Hello there. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are getting ready for our live webinar training on tonight. We're getting ready for our live webinar training on tonight. I'm going to give it a few minutes to allow a few people to come on and enter our training. If you can hear me, as soon as you can hear me, give me a couple of thumbs ups or a few hearts. I just want to know that you can hear my voice loud and clear. I'm super excited to be sharing information on this evening. It's entitled How to Create the Roadmap to Your Success. And it all starts with a plan, specifically a business plan. So as soon as you come in, if you can let me know if you can hear me by giving me a thumbs up or just saying in the comment section that Ferris, I can hear you loud and clear. Excuse my voice a little bit this evening. I've been actually doing a lot tonight, this afternoon. But as soon as you come in, let me know if you can hear me by giving me a thumbs up or a heart or something. Let me know if you can hear me. If you cannot hear me, I will go through and adjust my volume. So I'm going to go through perfect. What's up, Mario? How's it going? How's it going? I'm going to be getting information over to you like on this evening. Stephen, forgot about you, man. Stephen, forgot about you. I'm going to give it a few minutes to go through and allow a few people to come in just to let me know that you guys are in. We're excited about tonight's training. It's not going to be a very long training, but it's going to be a very impactful training, especially since we are on the road to actually planning our futures, specifically building out that one-page business plan. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started. And I know individuals that are coming in later or on the replay, I want you to go through and actually just type in the box replay. Hey, Mario, how's it going? I got two Marios in the house tonight. But if you're coming on a replay, make sure you go through and just type in replay. I want to see how many people are really capturing this information during the replay. So with that being said, we're going to get right into it again. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the roadmap to success, which it all starts with a plan and specifically a business plan. I know, I think last week we talked about creating a one-page business plan. I know so many of you have been actually out there looking at the examples that I've given and then actually been actually building out business plans on your own as well. But tonight, I'm going to give you a step-by-step blueprint on how I create mine and how I gather information to go through and actually create a business plan that I can go through and follow. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and move right along. I'm going to go through and click on, bam. Let's go through and see. All right. So what you're going to learn tonight, you're going to learn how to build your one-page business plan step by step by step by step. So this is not going to be something where it's kind of talking about theory. You will have exercises where you will have to go in and actually build out some of the stuff for yourself as well. But you'll be given the tools on tonight to understand how to go through and build out that one-page business plan. And it's so important. It's so important to have a plan. I know so many times people, and I'm going to raise both of my hands up when starting businesses. I have done businesses without plans and done business with business plans as well. And the ones that I have planned out has been more successful than the ones that me just kind of coming up on the whim as well. So let's go through. We're going to do things correct. We're going to start off with a plan. And so it's very essential that you know that this is a DIY. This is a do-it-yourselfer. So I'm going to be giving you the tools on this evening. Hey, Simone, how's it going? I'm going to be giving you the tools on this evening so that you can go through and be able to go through and create a business plan for your business so you can take your idea from an idea to a business as well. So this is not something where we're just going to listen back and sit in the back of the classroom and just say, okay, this is good information. This will require action. This will require you actually taking some action for yourself. And this is a do-it-yourself. I have other tools that I may be able to help out with, but I want you to go through and understand the process when it comes to creating your one-page business plan. So a business plan, everything starts off with a purpose. So you have to go through and ask yourself during this process, what is my purpose? I know so many times when it comes to starting a business, there are so many different motives on why we should get started, but you have to go through and start off with a purpose. And most of the time, your purpose starts off with your why. Back it up. It starts off with your why. And I don't know how many of you have read a book by Simon Sinek called Start with the Why. I think so many times individuals, we start off with other motives or other ulterior motives, like it may be money, maybe cars, maybe finance, maybe wealth, or whatever it is. But you have to start your business off with your why, especially when you're getting ready to start planning your business, because your mission should be focused on why you're actually getting started. And the root word of motivation is motives. we have to go through and think about what are your motives when it comes to actually starting your business as well. And this is a quote by Simon. It says, "People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it." I know so many times we're in a fast pace, we're in a microwave world today where individuals, they just kind of like, okay, well, they want things quick. But people buy why you do it. If you look at great organizations, let's look at Chick-fil-A. Yes, they have great sandwiches and have great products and services, but people love the mission. People have bought into the mission and to the concept of that organization. That's why they can close on Sunday and still outrank in sales on any other fast food restaurant. It's because people have bought into the why they do things. The product and everything is great. Don't get me wrong, you have to have a great product, but people have bought into why they do it. So when you're thinking about your business, when you're thinking about your mission, when you're thinking about building out your business plan, you have to go through, and always everything must revolve around the why. Because these things right here, it's nice to go through and have nice cars. It's nice to go through and have nice homes. And some people's motives are money. Some people's motives are fame. But you must have a motive that's bigger than that. You must go through and actually have a motive that's bigger than that, because this right here, all this is vanity. All this can come and go. Houses will get old. Cars will get old. You eventually go through and get out of fame. Money can come, money can go. But the reason why you started your business, why you started your organization, why you started your nonprofit will be what actually keeps you in during the long time. So now let's go through and actually get right into here. Why do most people start their business? So let's kind of go over the motives on why people start their businesses. And this is, you have to go there and think about this when building your business plan. And this is what I think about when constructing the business plan that I have as well. Okay, so you have to think about your motives. Some people's motives are to be their own boss. There's nothing wrong with being your own boss. Some people may have worked 20 years, 30 years, or 5 years, or 3 years, or 1 year and said, you know what, hey, I would like to be my own boss. Others may have had an idea for a new product or service, may have said, okay, well, hey, this is something that I don't see that's in the market right now that I feel like I can go through and fulfill through a product or service. Others may have had a hobby. I know many people that starts off as seamstress, or people have started off and just other things as a hobby, and it turned into a business as well. So you have to think about what are your motives, what motivated you as well. Financial freedom and security. This is a big motive for me. I sought out financial freedom and financial security, and that's one reason why I wanted to go through and actually build businesses as well. Definitely wanted to give back and impact my community, but I also wanted to go through and create a financial freedom, financial security for my family as well. Another big thing is to build a legacy. Every motive is not always geared around finances. Some people are thinking about that next generation. Some people are thinking about their children or their grandchildren, or that next legacy on what people will actually say about them, or what their children, forget about people, what their children and their children's children will say about them long when they're gone as well. So some people are building legacy. Others, it may be to impact the community. There's so many for-profit and nonprofit organizations out there whose motives are to go through and impact the community. It could be through providing fresh water. It could be providing books for children. It could be providing pencils for children. It could be tutoring services. It could be everything from the goodwill on around. So you may be thinking about starting a nonprofit or some type of organization that can go through and impact your community. Last but not least, and this is just a few of them that I pulled out. Some people's motives are they may see an opportunity within a certain community and see that, okay, you know what? I can create this and I have a competitive advantage. You may be asking yourself, well, what type of competitive advantage may you have? Some people may come in with a little bit of finances. That's competitive advantage. Some people may have experience in a certain area where their competition may not have that experience or have those expertise or have those certifications. That can go through and give a competitive advantage. But you have to go through and think about, why did you start your business? And when you go through and think about why you're starting your business, make sure you started something on a solid and firm foundation that's going to keep you during the long run, because trust and believe, hard times will come, hard times will go. Motivation will come, motivation will go. But if you could always go through and get centered on why you're doing what you're doing and just stay focused on why you're doing what you're doing, it will go through and keep you during those times as well. Let's go through and continue to talk about, what do you believe? Some people believe when starting a business, some people believe that they can provide a better service or product. So they may, just like McDonald's. McDonald's was not the only hamburger joint out there. Five Guys thought that they could serve a better product and have better service as well. So that's why they started Five Guys and these other mom and pop burger joints as well. So you may have an opportunity to go through and have a better service, a better product as well. So this is something that you could go through and actually give you motivation to go through and start your business. Other people may have hit a glass ceiling within their industry or their career. So they may have been within an industry for so many years or so many months or decades and realize that there's no other way. They plateaued out in their career. There's no higher they can go. They can't learn anymore. They're not going to get any more promotions. They have to stay there for the next 10 years until they retire. And after that, they're not going to be as happy as well. So they're saying, you know what? I'm going to exit stage left and I'm going to go through and start my own business because I feel like I can shatter this glass ceiling and also continue to improve this industry by actually giving them my expertise as well. So you have to think about what's going to go through and continue to have you motivated when it comes to starting your business. Last but not least, some people you can see the change. You can be the change you would like to see within your industry. So many times we learn from bad examples. We may have had a boss that was a horrible leader. We may have worked with a company that was not mission focused, that may not have cared about their employees or your coworkers. So you may have seen something. You said, you know what, I will be the change that I want to see. And so if that's you, that may be motivation for you to go through and actually start your business. Just because you saw something that was not up to par, you said, okay, I can go through and do this as well. And so with that being said, let's move to the next one. You have to go through and think about throughout your career, what have you learned that you can help out others with? So this is why people will go through and pay you for your services or your product. It's because you are an expert or becoming an expert in an area that they see that you mastered something and they want you to go through and teach them. They want to buy the products and services from you. So these are a few ways that you can go through and kind of have a self-evaluation to go through and see what are some things that you've learned that you can help out others with. It may be life experience. So many times people, we learn through involvement. So when I was writing this, I thought about this. Life experience does not necessarily mean that you had to go through a journey. So let's say, for instance, for me, my mom and dad, they divorced when I was young. So my experience through life is actually I was the byproduct of a divorced family. And so I understood the struggles and everything of it. So my life experience, I was never divorced. That's never been my personal event in my life. But as a child going through the struggle, I learned a lot just through going through this involvement within the sphere of that as well. So that's maybe life experience. Impression, maybe a person have had an impression on your life. It may have been a pastor, may have been a mentor, may have been another business owner that you may not have had a direct connection with. It may have been Oprah, it may have been Mark Zuckerberg. They may have had an impression on you that geared you to go through and kind of study them a little bit more so that you can go through and say, you know, this is the path that I want to get on. You may have studied to the point where you gain experience from their mistakes or from their successes as well. That may be considered life experience, or it could be a personal event. When I think about personal events, I think about sometimes tragedies. I know sometimes tragedies turns into triumph. So many times people will go through a personal tragedy. It could be an accident. It could be a divorce. It could be a loss of a loved one. But people have personal events that they use as a life experience to go through and propel them to go through and help others out. And that's when they become the subject matter expert as well. So that's just one aspect of it. Let's also look at on-the-job experience. So many people have on-the-job experience, and I feel like jobs are meant for us to have a training ground. This is almost like college. Jobs are more like college, where we get paid to learn a skill set, paid to get practical experience. So that's one thing that I always look when I was even in the military. I looked at it as an opportunity. Yes, I'm serving this great country, but also I'm learning a skill set that I can go through and put in practice in my future businesses as well. So let's talk about the job experience, practical reality. So you could be a nurse working in a hospital, learning the ins and outs, learning the operational procedures, learning how to go through new patient care, learning the customer service aspect of it, because one day you may start your own X, Y, and Z personal care home care agency, home healthcare agency. You could be a truck driver working for a trucking company, getting on that road, learning the back end of actually operations and logistics and X, Y, and Z. And that could be just, again, jobs are supposed to be there so you can learn a skill set, so that you can go through and capitalize on your dream, on your legacy as well. So that's your practical experience and your hands-on experience as well. Let's go to formal education. I'm going to go through a new self-taught class as well. If you guys get anything out of this, I want you guys give me a few thumbs up or hearts. Just let me know you're still there with me as well. Okay, so we're going to jump straight into formal education. I love, and don't get me wrong, I love education, formal or informal, but we're going to talk more about formal education right now. Formal education, I'm talking about more so our colleges, our 4-year, our 2-year, our technical colleges. These are institutional educational facilities. So I always say that a degree helps us understand theory. And some individuals, you will get a little bit of experience through a formal education, but it's not like anything like that hands-on. So I always think about when with the different industries that I work with, a lot of times we get individuals that may have a 4-year degree, come straight out of college with that BS behind their name saying, okay, I know how to market, I know how to do this. And yes, they have understood theory. And like my second bullet point, they may have studied up under someone who's a quote unquote trained expert as well because they're a professor. But that does not go through and actually state that you actually know what you're doing. It doesn't give that formal experience, the experience that people value in business. But some people may go off and say, you know, I have enough education, so now I can go through, now that I've learned something, I can go through and teach another person because I have that. That may be your horse that you own, it's not mine, but I had to go through and put it in there. The big part that I'm going to go through and talk about is the self-taught and the exterior trainings as well. So self-taught, nowadays entrepreneurs are actually leaning towards this. They're saying, I'm not going to go through and get in debt any longer. I'm not going to go through and pay this $40,000 for this degree or $100,000 get in debt any longer. I'm going to go to YouTube University. I'm going to go through and get in classes. I'm going to take a master class. I'm going to invest $1,000. I'm going to invest $400 in this training because through these courses and through direct mentorship, I will be able to learn a skill set that I will be able to monetize. I will be able to learn a skill set that I will be able to go through and teach others or to go through and provide a service or a product as well. So that's one thing that I'm going to go through and harp on. If that's you tonight, if you're saying, you know what, I love formal education, but hey, that's not the way I'm going to go right now. I may have had life experiences. Okay, well, I'm going to go through and build my business out there. Or I may have on-the-job experiences. I'm going to build my business out there. One thing I will say, let all 3 of those direct you right back into some type of trainings that you all can go through and actually fine-tune what you've learned. So if you're a barber and love barbering, I guarantee there are some courses out there that you can go through and learn to go through and sharpen your skill set up. No matter if you're a truck driver, no matter if you're a beautician, no matter if you're a stylist, whatever type of industry in, there's courses, there are mentorships out there. And of course, there's always YouTube University. And so these are things that you could go through and put in your tool belt to go through and sharpen you, to go through and make you a subject matter expert, because that's what people are paying for. They're paying for your expertise. So once you go through and decide which areas that you may be an expert in, you can be an expert in cooking or as a chef or the baker. Once you go through and decide that this is your route that you're going to go through and next we're going to go through and actually look at the self-awareness, because this is a part of the business plan as well. When it comes to self-awareness is so important. Self-awareness is so important. Self-awareness actually acknowledges things that you are good at and also recognizes things that you're not so good at. And so we're going to jump right into this. And of course, I'm so self-aware that this is not me. I may have a beard, but I have a bald head, so this is not me as well. So let's go through and actually ask yourself some of these questions. Okay, so I want you to ask yourself, what am I great at and what areas am I not so good at? So this is one question that you can go through and ask, and you go through and I hope you all have notes and everything. Go through and ask yourself, what am I really good at? You may be a really good speaker. You may be a really good baker. You may be a really good beautician. You may be a really good truck driver. You may be a really good dentist. You may be a really good. What are you truly good at? What is something that people say, you know, Doc, Mario, you're good at that. Or Yati, you're good at this. Or Simone, you're good at this. What's that one thing? You could be a great writer. You could be, it does not have to be in front of the camera all the time. It could be behind the scenes. What is that one thing that you are really great at? Then next, what area in your life, ask yourself this question, what area in my life or my business do I struggle at the most? I know sometimes people, as business owners, I want you all to avoid some of the headaches that I've had as well. As business owners, we try to do everything. I remember when I first started off, I was trying to be the marketer, the accountant, the manager, and I'm harbor manager, like manager, the CEO. I was trying to do everything. But you have to go through and become self-aware. What areas do you struggle in the most? You have to go through and think about that, because now when we push forward to talk about team building, these are areas that you want to hire people or contract people in so that they can help you out, so that you're not stressing yourself out or frustrating your family or your work environment. So you have to be very self-aware. Okay, ask yourself this question: if a competitor knew your weakness, what would it be, and how would he exploit it? So if a competitor knew your weakness, what would it be? What would it be? I want you to ask yourself that question. If a competitor right now, let's give a bigger example. If McDonald's knew Burger King's weakness, let's say if McDonald's knew that if Burger King trucks come on every Tuesday at 7 o'clock in the morning, and if McDonald's knew that, okay, if for some reason they don't get on I-75 at the truck doesn't get on I-75 at a certain time, it's going to go through and push their business it's going to mess with their business for the whole day. And they could go through and actually spoil, or they can go through and actually exploit that to their advantage as well. But go through and become self-aware. So you may not be a great manager. When it comes to me, I love business. I love entrepreneurship. But understand, when it comes to managing a lot of people, especially non-business owners, it gets kind of frustrating to me. So I'm aware that I need to have a great manager to manage my teams when it comes to actually working with the masses. I'm a great leader, but when it comes to management, that's not my skill set. When it comes to finance, I know in the household, my wife is extremely good at household finances. That's not my skill set. When it comes to actually going through and actually getting business, when it comes to actually getting clientele, when it comes to growing a business, I'm strong at that. So you have to be self-aware to go through and say, okay, these are the things I'm really strong at. These are the things that I'm not so strong at. And then those things that you're not strong at, that's when you go through and bring expertise in, or contractors in, or people within your circle to help you out, so you do not stress yourself out. So I'm going to go back through it. So if for some reason something you're really good at, first bullet point, the thing you do is take action. Incorporate those things that you're really good at into your business. So for me, I really enjoy speaking with people. I really enjoy the sales aspect of business. So I'm going to incorporate myself into those processes as well within my business. So the areas that in my life or business that I struggle in, guess what I need to do? I need to find a coach, which I have a coach as well. I have a phenomenal coach. And everyone should have a coach. Everyone should have a coach when it comes to building any business. And you may not have the same coach on every level. Every level you're going to go up. You're going to need those expertise and someone to go through and look at your business or your life from a different perspective as well. But one thing you can do is find a coach to assist you or in business, or hire someone that's strong in that area. So if I'm not really strong in accounting, hire an accountant. If I'm not really strong in marketing, find the best marketing that your dollars can buy to go through and actually propel your business. Next, stay humble, but build a team around the areas where you are weak, and allow them the freedom to exercise your strengths. I know so many times as leaders and as entrepreneurs, we like to hire people, then we like to go through and micromanage them. I'm going to raise both of my hands on that. We like to hire people, and then we like to go through and micromanage them, meaning we like to go through and kind of tell them, okay, hey, this is what you need to do, Mr. Accountant, or this is what you need to do, Mr. Marketing person. If you're going to go through and hire the best person, give them instruction, give them guidance, give them your vision, give them your mission, and allow them to have the freedoms to go through and actually perform at their level, because you chose them for a reason. You chose them for a reason as well. So this is going to take us into exercise 1. Exercise 1 is actually getting a chance to write your mission statement. You have to go through and think about your mission statement. When it comes to your mission statement, this is going to go through, and this allows you to announce to the world why your company exists. Why your company exists. It all begins with the why. We said all that to say it begins with the why. Your why has to be strong. Your why has to be bigger than circumstances that may come or go. So in this exercise, I want you to go through, and you can do it now or do it a little bit later, but you must do it as well. Go through them, and your mission should be no longer than 1 to 2 sentences. Keep it short and keep it sweet. Go through and use normal language. Don't go through and use jargons. Like in the healthcare field, we have so many acronyms and so many jargons that a normal person would not understand. But a mission statement is for you to announce yourself to the world so that more people can understand why you're doing what you're doing, so that they can go through and actually rally behind your mission. It's a mission. Think about, when we think about mission, think about in the military, think about in the armed forces. People have a mission. In the Air Force, our mission was to fly, fight, and win. So those are the type of things you have to go there and think about. What is your mission? Don't go through and use generalizations. Don't go through and say we aim to change the world. We aim to go through and touch everybody. You have to be very specific. Your mission must be very specific. So these are things that you do want to incorporate. You want to incorporate why your company exists and why you're undertaking a certain project or a certain mission. You want to go through and encourage and inspire your employees. So your mission should encourage and inspire your employees as well. And your mission should be plausible, meaning be reasonable. It can't be we're going to go through and don't get me wrong, we all dream really big dreams to go through and change the whole world. And I know it takes changing the world, take one step at a time, but go through and actually make plausible, realistic statements as well. And be specific. Be very specific when it comes to your mission statement as well. Don't go through and just say, okay, I'm going to help out everybody who I come in contact with. Be very specific. I'm going to help out local business owners. I'm going to touch every African American male. I'm going to go through. Be very specific. The youth with X, Y, and Z. Be very specific on that. So I want you to go through, even in the replay, go back through and actually look at this. I'm going to continue to push forward due to the time as well. So let's go look and look at this. Why? Why equals purpose. So what is your cause and why do you believe? Why do you believe? I'm going to always be harping on the why. Everything revolves around why. You can have how and what, but no why. You will always have to come back to the why as well. We're not going to go over the how and what tonight. So let's talk about the people plan. So what will your team look like? And to grow any successful organization, you will have a team. Not saying everyone will be an employee, not saying everyone will be in your city. You may have people, you may have virtual assistants. That's becoming very popular. That's been very popular for a minute, but it's becoming very popular to everyone who's in business now. Maybe have a virtual assistant who's overseas. I've actually done business with an individual from Hawaii. Lord knows I wish I had a virtual assistant then, because due to our time zone, I was getting up very early in the morning to go up there and speak with him, or he was staying up very late at night to speak with me, vice versa. So plan on building your team. What will your team look like? What will your team look like? Will everyone look just like you? Will you be hiring individuals based off of their expertise? What will your team look like? So let's think about building out your dream team. Who are some of the key people you would need? And so this goes back to thinking about some of your strengths and some of your weaknesses as well. So if for some reason your weakness is in accounting, don't you think you would need a key person like as a CPA or an accountant? You may need a web designer. You may need a digital marketer. You may need an attorney. You will probably need a virtual assistant. That's going to save you a lot of money, and it's going to go through and actually give you a little bit of leverage when it comes to doing day-to-day tasks. So you want to think about your dream team a year from now. Don't think about the money when you're building out your business plan. Don't think about the money right now. Think about what will your team look like a year from now. You can always plug in the people when they come, but build out the structure, build out what your team will look like. This is going to go through and keep you focused on keeping that why ever present for you. You'll be saying, okay, well, hey, I know where I'm going. I know that at this point in my business, I'm going to need to incorporate a CPA, or at this point in my business, I'm going to do a little marketing by myself right now, but at this point in my business, I'm going to have to hire a digital marketer. Or at this point, I know I don't want to go through and look at contracts. So I'm going to go through and get a contract attorney who can help me out with that. But go through and think about your dream team. Think about the people that would take you forward to go through and make sure your business become a success. So with that being said, this is exercise number 2, and I'm pushing rather quickly just due to time. Let's go through and think about the dream team. Doesn't have to be no longer than 1 or 2 sentences, keeping it sweet. I'm keeping everything very sweet and simple. Describe your team members and their duties. So I'm going to give you an example below. So my example is, okay, a contract attorney, so you may go through and find a contract attorney to review all legal contracts and agreements to prevent unnecessary lawsuits. Make sure you get a good attorney as well. You may contract, and the reason I'm using contract instead of hiring someone as an employee, contract, there's some benefits to go through and contract individuals as well. You may contract a virtual assistant to provide data input services or to maintain a high response when it comes to social media. They may help you out with your postings and etc. So you want to go through and think about your dream team. It could be, okay, I'm going to hire my sister to go through it because she's really good at marketing, and she'll be able to go through and use her sphere of influence to go through and actually reach people within my community. You're going to go through and think about your dream team. And I was thinking about, if for some reason I had to pick a basketball team, I love everybody who's on the bench, but if I had to pick an overall basketball team from anybody from past to now, yes, I'm going to pick Michael Jordan and LeBron James and Kobe Bryant and maybe Shaquille O'Neal because I need a center. I'm going to go through and think about who are my top 5 because I don't have time to waste. I'm trying to get somewhere in a hurry. I'm trying to win this championship. My mission is to change my life. My mission is to go through and change my community. My mission is to go through and change the local business owners' lives relatively quickly. So I need key people in my corner so we can get this thing done. So you want to go through and think about those things when it comes to building out your dream team. If this is making any sense, give me a few thumbs up, give me some like, let me know. If you have any questions, make sure you go through and drop it in the comment section. Yachi, I see you. Welcome. Yachi says that I'm so glad you're speaking on this. Since I've been brainstorming, my whole vision has rerouted. And that's what my goal is, to go through and interrupt and disrupt the normal thinking when it comes to business. Again, I'm not saying everybody's like the guru. No, I'm not saying I know it all. I am still building businesses. I'm out there in the hunt just like you all. I'm out there learning day in and day out. But I want to go through and teach you all the things that I've learned so that you all don't have to go through the same hiccups that I've gone through or have gone through as well. So that's why I'm going through and actually creating these trainings as well. The next, when it comes to knowing your people, a part of your people are your customer. The part of people are your customer. And I want you to go through and take a screenshot or go through and make sure you go through and write this out. When it comes to knowing your customer, you have to know your customer before you start your business. You have to know your customer before, when it's an idea phase, now it's time to go through and research. And I don't want to get ahead of myself when it comes to my slides, but knowing your customer, knowing their age, knowing their gender, knowing their ethnicity, knowing their marital status, knowing how many children they have, where they live. This is what we call a customer avatar. And a customer avatar allows you to go through and almost pinpoint the type of customers that will support your business. And I'm going to show you how to do research so we can go through and have the big picture of the avatar. But these are some of the things that you want to know about your customer. You should know their goals. So if you're in the weight loss industry, you should go through and know that most of your customers, they may not be trying to lose 300 pounds, but they may be trying to lose that 10 to 15 pounds. They value family. They're coming to know about health. They're eating more health, so they value health as well. So you want to kind of know everything about your particular customer. You want to know some of the challenges and the pain points as well. What are some of the challenges? If I'm going to use health for an example, if for some reason I'm actually marketing health services, let's say some of the challenges may be eating healthy. So I may be working a 9 to 5 and my challenge may be eating healthy. I may not have enough time, quote unquote, to work out. So now when you're building your products and your services, you're building your products and services around their challenges and their pain points, because you have the why on why you got started, but now you build your products and services around reasons that your ideal customers need their problem solved in, so that you can go through and be that solution for them. And some of the pain points, some of the fears and frustrations, we're sticking with the healthcare example, individuals may fear dying early. They may say, I have a family of 3 children and I don't want to leave my child early. I don't want to go through it. I don't want my children to bury me before they're grown. So this is one reason why I have to go through and actually eat healthy or get proper nutrition. So these are some of the things that you want to go through and look at when knowing your customer, because this is not only going to go through and circulate within your one-page business plan, but when it comes to marketing, you will be able to go inside your customer's mind and talk the talk that they're talking, be able to go through and put out marketing pieces that will directly attract the ones that will be your paying customers instead of just anybody who you think that may be a customer. If this makes sense, give me a couple thumbs up as well. Looking at the resources book, all this, I'm not going to go into this verbatim, but you need to go through and answer every last part of this when it comes to building out your customer avatar. So, and when it comes to building out your customer avatar, you want to go through and start doing market research to get some more information about your customers. Just like you see, this is one of the tools that I've used in the past called SurveyMonkey. It's a free tool up to so many, I think it's so many not log in, so many people that you can go through and subscribe. They can go through and subscribe, and it's relatively inexpensive after that as well. But you can go through and build out surveys that you can go through and inbox people and say, hey, I'm thinking about starting a bakery. And hey, I just want to go through and actually just get a little information from you all because I'm building out my business plan. I want to go through and make sure that I am positioning my business in the right direction. So I want to go through and see, okay, well, hey, like getting their name, getting their ethnicity, what's your favorite cupcake? Or hey, you may be working out. What's your favorite time to work out? Do you like working out by yourself? Do you like working out with a trainer? Do you like going to a gym? Do you like working out in your basement? Do you like how many times per week do you eat? Do you eat out? If it's a restaurant, how many times a week do you eat out? Do you normally take out? Do you normally dine in? All of this market research is going to allow you to go through and not only build your products and your services around your customers' needs, but it's going to go through and save you a lot of time and hassle as well. Because so many times in business, so many businesses owners start a business because they love a product or they love a service, not knowing that if it's a need for that service or product. It's almost like me coming down south and selling four-wheel truck, 4x4 trucks, or four-wheel drive trucks. There's not a big need for four-wheel drive trucks down south, but if I'm in Alaska or in Colorado, up in the mountain states, they may need 4x4 vehicles. So just because I love 4x4 trucks, down here may be a novelty to have a truck like that. But up in Alaska, up in Colorado, may be a necessity. So you do want to go through and actually survey your potential audience. And you can start off with people that you know, just send us a simple inbox or put it on Facebook. Hey, I need at least 10, 20 people to go through and actually take this survey for me so that I can go through and actually build my product or service around the things that I need as well. This is one way to do market research. Another way is another good tool that I use, and it's called Keyword Planner. You must have a Google AdWords account. You can just if you have a Google account, go to Google and create an AdWords account. You don't have to go through and pay anything for that. All these are free tools that I'm actually giving you as well. But you're able to go through and actually put in a certain keyword. So if you're looking, you can put in bakery, and you can go through and put in right here where you see Atlanta, Georgia. You can put in Millersville, Georgia, Macon, Georgia. This will go through and allow you to see what's the search volume? What's the search volume for a particular area? So this says right now, Chick-fil-A, on average, they get between 100,000 to 1 million searches in the Atlanta area. 100,000 to 1 million searches in the Atlanta area. People go through and search Chick-fil-A breakfast between 1,000 to 10,000. So that's very, very low. So my thing is, go through and do your research when it comes to building out your business plan so you can see, because everything is going online now. So there will be some type of online component to your business. So you might as well go ahead and go online and do your market research as well to go through and see what are the people searching for. So if you're a clothing designer and you're looking for maybe African dashikis or whatever, put in African dashikis Atlanta, Georgia to see how many people are actually Google searching African dashiki. And this will also give you other variations of the keyword as well. I'm not going to go through and go into this as much. I'll probably do a lesson on how to use Google AdWords later on down the line as well. But these are different variations that you can use during your market research part to go through and actually see if you're steering in the right direction. So let's say if for some reason you, let's say if you put in, I'm trying to think something, I'm trying to think of something that someone that never goes to underwater basket weaving. So that's always my professors always use that underwater basket weaving. If for some reason you put in basket weaving right here and you saw that there was no search volume in it, and you're trying to start a basket weaving company in Macon, Georgia, or Nashville, Tennessee, and there's nobody searching for that, that's going to go through and tell you that either you landed on a gold mine or that's really not a necessity in your particular area. So I'm not saying that because no one's searching for it, it's not plausible for you to go through and start a business there, but it will allow you to go through and take that second look to go through and think, okay, well, should I go deeper into this, or is this something that is not a necessity in this area? So this is what the Google Keyword Planner is used for. Use that doing market research. Another thing you can use, Google has a lot of free tools. If you don't have a Google account, make sure you get a Google account. I wish I could get paid by an affiliate for signing people up for that, but I can't. But get a free Google account. Another key thing when it comes to doing market research is Google Trends. Google Trends allow you to see what's trending. You can put in right here, I have some that have my competition in here. You can go through and see, okay, how many searches are actually like how often is your competition trending, etc. But Google Keywords is just like Google Trends is just like Google Keywords and AdWords. It allows you will get historical statistics based off the traffic, based off the trends that are going there. And as business owners, as astute business owners, we have to start incorporating technology. If you're afraid of technology, get unafraid of it really quickly, because it's not going anywhere. You have to go through and start incorporating technology when it comes to your decision making. Use data to go through and actually make your decision. Use data to go through and actually start looking where you're going to go through and open up your next shop, or where you're going to go through and actually launch your next product, or what type of product you're going to go through and use launch as well. So with that being said, I want you to go through and actually start your customer research. This is going to be a little bit lengthier than actually anything when it comes to the other parts, but go through and create maybe 2 to 4 sentences. It should be no longer than 2 to 4 sentences when describing your ideal customer. You want to answer your who, what, when, where, how. Like for me, for my digital marketing agency, one of my ideal customers is local restaurant owners. So local restaurant owners who have been in business for under 10 years and have a loyal customer base and a good reputation. Because now I'm gonna break this down. I'm gonna start off right. Local restaurants. That means I'm not working with any franchise restaurants. Franchise too many. Go back. All right here. My ideal customer is not a franchise organization. I like to work with local mom and pop businesses. They can have multiple locations, but I will not work with a franchise right now. Maybe later on in the future as my team grows, maybe. But right now it's just local restaurants. But they have to have been in business for a little bit under 10 years. And with that being said, these are individuals that are still hungry. A lot of times I found out through research that individuals have been in business for over 10 years. A lot of those are individuals that are stuck in their ways. They don't want to change. They're like, okay, well, why do I need to go to invest in marketing X, Y, and Z? I'm not going to get into my tangent on that right there. But they also must have a loyal customer base and a good reputation. I don't want to go through and actually pick up a client that has a bad reputation and they want me to come in and solve everything. Nope. You must have a good reputation, a loyal customer base, but they may be frustrated because their sales has plateaued. That means they've been stuck at that $15,000 per month sales volume, or that $20,000 per month sales volume. So they're kind of frustrated because they know that they can do better, and they tried everything they could, but it still hasn't changed as well. He or she, they desire to see sales increase and understand the importance of marketing, but they don't have a clue on how to produce an ROI with using their marketing budget. They already have a marketing budget. He or she is tired of trying it. He's tired of trying it on his business when it comes to social media. Tired of trying to his business, looking for a dependable agency to assist him to make sure he gets so he can go through and actually start running his business. So this right here is my ideal customer. You have to really be able to pinpoint your ideal customer. You have to know the name, almost the name. You can give it a name, give your ideal customer name, but you want to know the who, what, when, where, why, where they hang out at, what associations are they with, do they belong to the Chamber of Commerce or not? Do they go to the club or not? Do they drink Red Bull or not? You want to go through and know everything about your customer, because that's when it comes to marketing, it's going to be very crucial that you're able to go through and actually have a clear picture of your customers so that you can go through and market effectively to them as well. So with that being said, I want you to go through and check out the replay as well, but go through and hit those 3 exercises when it comes to building out your business plan. I know, and I have an example on, I think somewhere within the group. I have an example of that as well, but go through and use some of the things that we've learned tonight to go through and go even further. To go and your business plan is a living document. My business plan is forever changing, because I want to go through and fine tune it and streamline it so that it's the best blueprint, so that I can go through and continue to stay focused on my business. So just because you may have written it out last week, you may have learned something on tonight that you may say, you know what, I need to go back and actually change this, because this right here is going to be important as well that I need to include in it. So don't be afraid to go through and actually change your document. If you're not using Google Drive and Google Documents, you're probably wrong, because Google Drive and Google Documents allows you to go through and change things relatively quickly as well. But I want you to go through and take some time to go through and develop your mission statement on this week. I want you to go through and actually do your research. Let's go back to lesson 2. I want you to go through and actually think about your dream team. Go through and think about your dream team and start developing that organizational flow chart when it comes to your dream team. And last but not least, I want you to dive deep into your customer research. I want this to be the longest part of your week right here. I want you to go through and think so much about that. And I want you to go through and actually fill out this right here. Print one of these items. If you would like this, inbox me your email address, and I'll actually email you a copy of my customer avatar form as well. But I want you to go through and be very specific on your particular customers as well. I want you to be able to name and know your customers. Like if they come up, you won't be surprised that this person really wants your services or your product as well. So with that being said, I'm going to go through and actually open up the floor for any questions as well. I want you to, if you have any questions, need any examples, if you're stuck on anywhere when it comes to your business plan or your one-page business plan or anything on this week, I want to open up the floor right now to do a live Q&A. I want to open up the floor right now to do a live Q&A. And next week, we're going to be talking about our vision. We're talking about our vision plan. Mission statement is different from a vision statement. And we want to make sure our vision is crystal clear. We want to make sure our vision is crystal clear within our business. So let's go through and actually answer a few questions. If you all got anything on tonight from our training, definitely let me know. I love all the hearts. Appreciate it, Mario. Appreciate it, Yachi. Appreciate it, Kristen. I see you, Leslie. Leslie, this will be on a replay as well, so you can go back and take a look at this as well. But if any of you all are stuck on any parts of your one-page business plan, because I have two or three more lessons that I'm going to be teaching on the business plan, and I want you all to make sure you all go through and look at the replays, because after I go through and finish my last lesson, I'll let you all know my last lesson, I'll be pulling all those videos out, and guess what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be putting that in my membership area. So you all are my guinea pigs right now. I'm going through everything, and everything that I'm teaching right now. Guess what I'm building? I'm building a product. I'm building a product, and this is something that you all can do. I'm building a product that I will be going through and selling for $97. It'll be a 6-part series that I'll be selling to others. So, but you all are getting this information for free right now. But I will be taking it off as soon as I finish my last module. I think I have 3 more modules I'll be teaching on, and after that, I will give you guys a heads up so y'all can go through and look at it, learn from it, and after that, I'm pulling it off, and it'll be a paid for product. This is how you create products. This is how you create services. Guys, building a business is not that difficult. It's strategy. It is strategy, but my thing is, it's so worth it as well. So with that being said, are there any questions? For me on this evening? Are there any questions for me on this evening? And I hope all is well. Definitely, if you all have any accomplishments, go through and utilize the group as well. If you all are doing market research, or if you have a question, let's go through and utilize the group, because I think collectively, together, we are so much better, and we can utilize the mastermind concept of everyone coming together to go through and solving problems as well. And this is going to allow some of our newer entrepreneurs to start thinking creatively, because we have to learn how to create something out of nothing. Just like I said I'm doing, I want you all to go through and think about it as well. Listen to what I just said. I created an Now Entrepreneur Facebook community, and I am teaching within my Facebook community. I'm giving value within my Facebook community. I will go through and pull every last training that I'm actually teaching my Facebook community. I'm going to put that into a private, members only, paid. I have an online version. I use ClickFunnels, a paid community where people have to pay to have access to it. So with that being said, I want you all to think about some of the services and the products that you all may have. Be creative. Be willing to make something out of nothing. Be willing to make something out of something. This will be something that I will be selling for, again, $97 once I go through and finish all of my trainings, and I will sell a lot of those, and it will be an ongoing sale. Think about your time. Think about your expertise. I see myself as a subject matter expert when it comes to building businesses. So guess what I'm doing? I'm creating value. I'm giving my community so much value. I want you all to take this. Take it as free. Go through, take it, learn it, break it down, do what you got to do with it. Ask questions, because once it's gone, I'm going to pull it off, and then it's for sale. So make sure you go through and take advantage of the moment. If you know any other entrepreneurs that needs to be in this Facebook community, make sure you invite them and make sure they go through and answer my 3 questions. I've let a few people in without answering my 3 questions, but you must go through and answer my 3 questions before becoming a part of our Facebook community as well. And I want you guys to just take as much value as you can from this. and take advantage of this opportunity. And with that being said, if there are not any questions, I'm going to scroll up one more time to make sure there's not any questions or anything. If there's any questions, drop it right here. And if you would like some of my handouts, make sure you inbox me your email address, and I will be sure to go through and actually send you out my customer avatar and some of the documents that I'll be emailing out relatively soon as well. All right, so with that being said, I hope you all have a great evening and a great Easter weekend as well. Go through and make sure you, I know some of us are CME type people where we go to church on Christmas, Mother's Day, and Easter. So this is Easter. We got Mother's Day coming up as well. So my CME people, I will see y'all at church on, I hope y'all go to church on Easter as well. And you all have a safe and wonderful weekend. If you have any questions, make sure you drop it in the Facebook group, and I'll be answering those as well. And you guys, last but not least, as you all go through and accomplish certain things, drop it in there because I want to go through and celebrate some of your accomplishments as well. One of our members, Leslie Hudson, she's a poet, author, and motivational speaker, and I saw that she was up at Good Morning America with Michael Strahan and Robin, I'm gonna say Robin Givens, not Robin Givens. I forgot Robin's last name, but she was up there and been able to go through and associate with some of those guys as well. So as you go through and have different successes, please make sure you go through and actually put it in the Facebook community. Yachi's down there. Yachi's I see that she's a bartender. She has her own alcoholic beverages that she's doing. Girl, I'm so proud. I can't wait to go through and taste your Tokyo iced tea as well. But my thing is, these are things that we should go through and celebrate along the way. We don't just celebrate when we make that $1 million. We celebrate when we make that first $5, when we make that first $1. Let's go through and celebrate those milestone steps along the way, so that we can go through and even celebrate even harder when we make those 5 and 7 figures as well. All right. With that being said, I'm signing out of here. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll chat with you later. Take care.